Our little boy. Oh my gosh. So I was over at my sister's house. Wait. So I was over at my sister's house for Christmas, and I remember her saying a while back that Mom had sent her a box of stuff like from our childhood, and I was all excited to see it. And anyway, when I was over there, we got to have a look at it, and I was massively surprised by some of the stuff that I saw. Couple things here. Hey, this is a major trip into the past for me because I almost forgot about this, but there's this here. It's a wooden sculpture of my name. It looks like there's two eyes, but that's actually part of the M. That is really weird. I hadn't seen that in a long time. It's really light. Uh, and there's a cup here. I'm not sure why this is, but it's something like a tin cup and it's really old. And then an Easter egg. Timmy Easter of, I think it was supposed to be Easter of '87. I can't really read that now. It's kind of worn down. But man, some of the stuff in here is, it's crazy. School board fills position. Yeah, this was Tim Bishop who won first in the region and state literary competition in voice typing. What is he doing now? You don't want to know. Certificate of attendance. This must have been perfect attendance in school. Yeah, like I had a choice. Yeah, see, this is an article. You can see my name right there, Timothy L. Bishop, Watkinsville. It's when we lived in Watkinsville. I don't know if I want to read this to you or not because I don't know if I have the same opinion about this now as I did, but here's what it says. I almost don't want to read this. The more I hear about what an angel Princess Diana was, the more upsetting this all becomes. Sometimes I can't help but wonder why, up until now, I never heard about all the great things she's done. What a shame she had to die to get this kind of recognition. I think there are a lot of people out there who have the same compassion that Diana did, and are just afraid to show it because the world is so unaccommodating. Guys grow up learning to fit into the stereotype. Ever see little girls playing with toy machine guns? And the ones who actually manage to display a little sensitivity risk being accused of sexual harassment or being accused of being gay. Perhaps even what? Perhaps even those who tell us it's not love, it's just attraction, deter our faith in our own capability of using our greatest gifts. May we always remember to view not just with our eyes and minds, but with our hearts as well, not only with logic, but also with feeling. No matter where you are or what you are doing, you have feelings about everyone and everything in your life. Killing your emotions is the worst mistake you can make. No one knows exactly how you feel but you. Don't allow yourself to fade into the realm of Veggieville, or worse yet, hypocrisy. I don't even remember writing that. Jeez. It's been forever since I read that. Jeez, that's amazing. What was that one thing I was about? I was going to comment on something in there. Yeah, killing your emotions. I got that from Final Fantasy VI. You guys might recognize it. So here's how I used to draw when I was like 8 years old. Ho ho ho, I'm under the mistletoe. This was like a huge hit back when I was a kid, I guess. I don't know. But I can't tell what I'm looking at there. It's because you can see through it. That's the problem. Here. Maybe you can see it better now. I don't know. It's Santa, tree, and everything. And then, like, inside of the card, I drew all these decorations, and I drew this. And I guess, and what the worst part about it is that in the writing, I said, hey, that looks kind of like Mom. It's like, no, it does not. Happy Mother's Day. And my sister wrote, Dear Mom, I love you. You are great. You are the best mom in the world. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. And then I wrote, I love you, Mom. Thank goodness no school today. Happy Mother's Day. What the? Thank goodness no school today. You're such a jackass. Super Mario Brothers. Super one of one of. I don't know. I think my sister drew this. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Huh. Okay, here we go. This is an awful picture, but this is me when I was like 12 or 13. I look like Daniel LaRusso, man. Look at that shit. Wow, I did bad this year. I got a C in religion. Sorry, but that's hilarious. C in reading, a C in social studies, a C in arts and crafts, and a C in physical education. Damn, boy. Here's another one. Here's another article that was written by me, as you can see here. Wait, I don't know if you can read that, but it's my name. From Watkinsville. Let's see what this one says. Do you ever get up in the morning and everything seems beautiful, everybody's happy, the trees are dancing in the wind, and you have peace? If not, I pity you. Oh, this is so condescending. Oh my god. Can't wait to hear the rest of this condescending crap. And if there's one thing I hate, it's hearing people say they can't stand the guy who's all cheerful and happy all the time. I constantly see little examples of it, like on TV, a guy who's whistling and some other guy who's in a bad mood punches him in the face as he walks by, and everybody laughs. I don't see anything funny about it. You shouldn't be punished just for being happy. You gotta have time to meditate and focus on your life. So why don't more of us do it? because then people say you don't have a life. Look, if that's not good enough to be a life, then I don't want a life, whatever a life is. This is not to say you should ditch your hobbies or never spend time with friends. Right in bed is a great place to meditate or stop and write what you're feeling. You can even talk into a recorder. I'm serious. I've been doing it for 5 years and have over 200 tapes now. But if there's one thing I've discovered, it's this. You are the only person who can make you happy. You can't depend on other people to make you happy. Your happiness must come from within. Remember, God loves you, and if you're having trouble finding God, try 1 John 4:8. It's that simple. 1 John 4:8 says God is love. That's a lot of my theories about God are centered around that. That God is like an influence, and that's why he can't come down and just solve all our problems, because if he is love, you can't expect love to solve problems unless you let it work through you. I mean, it's really so simple. I don't know. Let me see. This is my report card for 1988 to 1989, 7th grade. Looks like I got all 90s here. I could show it, but it's not like you'd be able to see it. The only 70 I got was a 74 in social studies. Yeah, freaking social studies, boy. Speaking of artwork, check this one out. I drew this myself, pretty much freehand. It's a piece of work, let me tell you. I drew all kinds of things like that. I wish I still had that one with Jamie Sorrow's initials in it. It's a flyer, Charlie Brown here. I don't know. Dad probably made that. Another article? Oh, please. Tell me there's not another article. Okay, that's my true happiness one, man. This is the Algebra 2 team right here. I'm on the far left. I don't know if you can see that. Stop saying that. I don't know if you can see that. No, wait, far left, hello. Over there, yeah. I'm actually holding a trophy there because I made like a single, like a trophy by I think the entire team got a trophy first place, but I was like 13th out of all of them. It was cool. This is to certify that Timothy Bishop has completed the course of study prescribed for the elementary schools of Jackson County, Georgia, and having satisfactorily met all requirements is entitled to this certificate and admission to the high school department. Lovely. In witness hereof, our signatures affixed this 7th day of June, 1990. Man. Okay. To the parent of Timothy L. Bishop, 3034 Newell Boulevard, Jacksonville, Florida, 32216. See? This is proof that I lived in Florida. And you can't see that because it's freaking focusing. No progress report. Geez, I thought this was something important. Oh my god, I got a D in reading? I never got a D on my report cards before. Let me see, grade coding. Okay, I was satisfactory in physical education. How in the world did that? Oh, because I had Coach White. Yeah, or was it Coach White? Yeah, he didn't care. Music, satisfactory. Art, satisfactory. But handwriting, not satisfactory. What? My handwriting is awesome, dude. Fuck you. No, I'm sorry. Just, brings proper materials, yeah, good. Completes class assignments, yeah. Well, it says I've not been completing all assignments, but then over here it says completes class assignments. Completes homework assignments, no. Yeah, because I didn't do homework. I don't believe in it. Grown-ups don't have to do homework. You know, when their day is done, their day is done. They can come home and play Nintendo. Well, no, not really. I do say they have to clean and all that shit. Makes wise use of time not satisfactory. Well, that hasn't changed. B's and A's, except for a C in social studies and a C in citizenship, and more not satisfactories on listens attentively. Behaves in class. I got a not satisfactory on that one. Oh my god, what was I doing? Jacking off? Was that like when I started jacking off in class? Maybe. My kindergarten progress report. Oh man, I don't think I saw this one. Tim is a very capable and empathetic student. Oh, thank you. Tim has been a delightful student this year. Following good health habits. I keep neat and clean, yes. I keep hands and objects away from my face, yeah. Oh, not anymore. I rest quietly. I got one not satisfactory in the first quarter. The rest of it. I have good table manners, yes. No. No, I don't. I have good posture, no. Well, they said I did, but I don't. I cover a cough, yeah. I have good toilet habits. I obey safety rules. Learning about God. I enjoy Bible studies, satisfactory. I can say prayers by memory, satisfactory. I can make short prayers of my own, satisfactory. I can sing simple hymns and songs, satisfactory. I am reverent at religion time, satisfactory. I try to obey God, satisfactory. I was 5 years old. What 5-year-old even gives a crap? Dear Mom, you are very good at cooking, you are very good at washing dishes, you are very good at generosity, but you are best at being a mother. I love you. Aw, when did I do this one? See, it's all for Mom. I didn't do anything for Dad. This is on a card that I gave to Mom for Mother's Day. This is the 19th Mother's Day I've lived through, so you can bet that practice has paid off. Just wait till next year at this time. By then, I bet you I'll have you out of your big debt. Don't count on it, boy. You didn't get your first job until like 3 years after that. CHS students win a first and fourth at state literally. Yeah, this is when I placed first in keyboarding. I was in the paper, man. See that? I was in the paper, motherfuckers. Happy Mother's Day to the one and only nicest mother in the world who sings in the car, cooks the best comida in the world. See, I knew Spanish when I made this one, too. So this was after I started making tapes, and yet I don't remember this. Answers yes to all questions, works hard for a living, cares about others, and much, much more. You gotta see it to believe it. Call 1-706-549-6880. I think that was actually our phone number. And make an appointment to experience a day in the Griffith household. You'll never forget the experience. You will tell your grandchildren about it. Open Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 10 p.m. Good Lord. The Empire Strikes Back at mid-1. A ticket to The Empire Strikes Back when it first came out. I can't believe we still have this. Can you imagine how much this is worth? Okay, this is a letter that I wrote to Mom from Santa Claus. But I actually wrote it, okay? Mrs. Nedra Griffith, bank teller. Dear Miss Griffith, this is Santa Claus. I got your children's letters, so I see your little daughter, Mary May, wants to fly. And your son, he wants wrestling buddies? I guess he must be getting a little old to tell me absolutely everything he wants. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint your daughter, but I doubt seriously that she will get a pair of wings for Christmas. I also was told that she wanted to have one of my reindeer. Well, tell her she doesn't know how lucky she is to not have one. These reindeer are very expensive. Right now I am leasing Donner because he is my newest one, and I didn't have enough money to make a big down payment. I may have to sell some of my reindeer just to get enough money to pay off Donner, but I'm not getting rid of Rudolph. As for your son Tim, I'll tell you, he is not going to have 6 arms and 4 legs and 2 tongues when he gets up Christmas morning. But I might be able to rig the Playland store down at your mall and get Super C for Tim. That's the sequel to Contra. He says that he also wants to get Totally Rad, which was an NES game. This is a big wish and the answer is a big maybe, but he might get it. The only other thing I recall him wanting is that ship. I want one too, but the reindeer cost me enough. I may just have to call off Christmas this year. Hopefully, though, we can still be seeing that you get to see your kids this Christmas. I know that would mean a lot to you. Sorry about all the mistakes I'm making, but the bill collector is knocking at my door, so I gotta go. Ho ho ho, Santa Claus. Kid lover of the North Pole. And I even did it like a business letter, and I put like the initials of the person who typed it at the bottom and everything. Because we learned how to do business letters and typing. So yeah. That's Miss Dixon right there. She was the one who used to hit children on the knuckles with her wooden triangular prism name tag, and that's me right there in the middle. Yeah, kind of hard to see, but yeah, that was us. Yeah, that's me, and then there's, let me see, that was Corey Allman, it's kind of hard to see him, and then Lisa Vaughn again, and, oh, Jeff Fritz, he was awesome. And then up here on the top, from left to right, is Gabriel Blackburn, Nicole Fitzpatrick, Myra Watson, and Tanya Harding, was it? Tanya Wilson, my bad. Tanya Harding. Oops. Certificate of live birth. How many birth certificates do I have? Oh, the sewer. Oh god, the sewer. I actually have a story about this sewer. There's a kid like crawled down into it and pretended to be falling into it. Let me see if I can get that. It's right there. That sewer actually, I almost got like thrown into that sewer by a couple of friends who were really bullies, but just pretending to be my friends or something. I don't know. Chris Long and Brian Tutt. Okay, this is me right here. Right there. That's me. In first grade. Man. No, that was kindergarten. Holy crap. Man, why don't I remember any of these people? Oh my god. Yeah, I remember Melanie Peterson, yeah. We lived across the street from her. Is that me in a Lions? Oh, jeez. Oh. Here's that Daniel LaRusso picture a little better if you wanted to see it. So stupid. Just for you, Mom. Don't forget, 34 is your age. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 is a lucky number. Now I'm 34 and I'm sitting here reading this. Oh, that's amazing. This has got like notes from Mom to me in here that I've never seen before. Like literally, I'm just sitting here on camera. I've never seen these before. And I guess I'm about to read them for the first time. Maybe I shouldn't do this on camera. I might end up crying or something. So on the day that I was born, truck drivers' strike ended. first woman named to Michigan Court of Appeals, and Detroit Pistons earn NBA playoff spot for third year in a row. Nice, way to go Pistons. Oh, here's our family tree. Oh my gosh, this goes way back. So it's me to Mickey and Nedra, and then his dad was Mickey and Esther. Holy cow. Whoa, Inga. Man, I remember Inga. I remember the name. Graham and Alma, that's my grandfather and grandmother on my mom's side. They're actually still alive. I think I told you before that she was born in 31 and he was born in 21, which is really weird because we celebrated their 40th anniversary when I was still a kid. I think I was 12. So that would mean their 40th anniversary is 1988, which would mean they got married in 1948, or maybe 1949, but either way, let's say it was 1949. That means she would have been 18 and he would have been 28 when they got married. And this is like back in the 1920s here, well, 1940s. But still, it's like, wow. It makes me wonder whether we're more strict now or less strict. I don't know. Timothy Lloyd Bishop, 8:34 p.m., or April 5th, 1976. I was 9 pounds, 12 and a half ounces. Or this must have been the hospital thing that was around my wrist. Something tells me you wouldn't get that around my wrist today. But if there's any cells left from my baby wrist, that would get onto my wrist now and magically make me younger again. I'd sure love that. I can't believe I'm actually being semi-serious when I say that. Baby's daily schedule. Tim never liked to eat at the same time, so he never got on a schedule. For the first 2 days home, he had 6 4-ounce bottles of formula. Next came cereal, which he absolutely loved. Yes, still do. Tim's first night home from the hospital was a very hectic one. He didn't want to go to sleep until 3 a.m. Then he got Mom up at 6. Every night after that, he slept all night, from midnight till 6 for a while. Then he surprised Mom and started sleeping till 8. By the time his 2-month birthday rolled around, he'd sleep between 10 and 12 hours a night, with short naps all during the day. Wow. Tim goes on at least one stroller ride a day, weather permitting. He really loves it a lot. If he'd only stay awake for the whole trip. Man, I must have been a heavy sleeper. Wow, I didn't realize that. See, the thing is, if I wanted to, I could sleep 12 hours a day now. On May 9th, 1976, I first turned over, blinked those beautiful eyes, and from then on, the progress was amazing. And stood alone on July 10th, 1977. Put the best foot forward and walked for the first time also on July 10th, 1977. So once he got me on my feet, I was walking. The baby's very first word was doggy. It was spoken on February 7th, 1977. The first toy Tim paid attention to was his purple stuffed bunny named Bunsky. Bunsky? Good lord. This was during the first 2 months. He lay on his back watching Bunsky for a long time. In about 4.5 months, he decided his orange squeezy lion was an awful lot of fun. Books and musical toys are Tim's preference, all at 7 months. Eating books, that is. Doggy is definitely Tim's favorite at 11.5 months. It was his first word. He also likes trucks and is stacking rings. At 13.5 months, Tim is more interested in intellectual toys like decks of cards and blocks. 13.5 months and I was getting intellectual, yeah! Tim just loves to ride a little horsey and pet. Oh my god, ride a little horsey, dude. I think I actually remember that. And patty cake at 7 months, but his favorite tune is the opening song of Captain Kangaroo. What? Captain Kangaroo? I've never watched an episode of Captain Kangaroo. Oh, jeez. Man, that makes me want to go listen to that now. The first food Tim showed preference to was blueberry buckle. He could hardly sit still between mouthfuls. Next came the sweet potatoes. The only meat that he really likes is ham, just like Daddy. Of course, well, that's sure changed in a while, hasn't it? Of course, he loves all desserts, especially chocolate pudding. Yes, chocolate pudding. You want to see? That hasn't changed either, because look at here. See? Yep. Same as it all ever was. I'm sorry if you guys don't find this interesting. Like, seriously, I'm like fascinated by this right now. Let's see. He gulps all fruit juices like they were going out of style. At 7 months, Tim has taken a preference for all people food, bananas, cheese, etc. Man, I wish I still liked bananas. Tim went off the bottle at 11.5 months, and by 13.5 months is eating everything we do. Tim squeals with laughter when we play peekaboo, 4.5 months, and laughs right out loud when he gets to fly high over Mommy's head. Dad makes him giggle with merely a smile and a word. At 7 months, Dad was Tim's favorite game. Everything is fun as long as Daddy's here. At 13 and a half months likes to be chased and caught too, and also to climb on the furniture when mom's on the phone. At 4 months, Tim has already made buddies with Jared across the street. Huh. They lie on their tummies, smiling and talking to each other. 13 and a half months, Tim is quite unsociable with babies his own age. He prefers the company of old people much better. Wow, 13 and a half months, Tim is quite unsociable with babies his own age. Interesting. Yeah, that's where it started. See, I was thinking it started like when my parents divorced, or maybe with the whole Chris Long, Brian Tutt thing, which I want to like tell that in great detail someday on a vlog, because there was a lot to that. Oh my gosh, this is a letter from Mom to me, dated May 12th, 1981. Tim, I was just looking over your baby book, and I realized I haven't written anything in it in a long time. Maybe I can update it now. We just celebrated your 5th birthday last month. You weigh 49 pounds, and you're 43 and a half inches tall. You've been very blessed to be a very healthy little boy. You've only had one cold in the past 2 years. Probably my tonsils. You know how to read and write and simple arithmetic. We got you a puzzle of the states for Christmas, and you learned all 50 states and their capitals in about a month. Everyone says you're a genius. I already knew that. You have a passion for putt-putt and shooting pool. Like your dad, you absolutely love to sit and listen to music. You know almost all of the top 40 hits and their words. Nice! I told you 81 was the best year. 81 was the best year for music. We're presently living in an apartment complex, and your dad works for Toyota. We are anxiously awaiting the birth of your new brother or sister. You are very excited about it, too. You are such a pleasant person to live with. You're so good-natured. You brought so much joy into my life. I can't think of the right words to say how I feel, except, of course, to simply say I love you, and I really do very much. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Okay. That was way too awesome. Yeah, Dad worked for Toyota then. He stayed with them up until like 1992. He was actually made it up to production manager. When he got that job, that was why we had to move from Florida to Georgia. And what eventually resulted in the untimely divorce of Mom and Dad, but good times those were. Holy cow. Oh man. Geez, now I gotta put all this stuff back away. I'm gonna have to find like a special spot for this. You put some of this stuff up, I don't know. Anyway, wow, you guys, well, this video is up to like 36 minutes right now, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, but, I don't know what to say. Yeah, that letter was written on May 12th, 1981. My sister was born 17 days later on May 29th, 1981. So, wow, those were some good times. I know all the top 40 hits. I'm going to go look up the top 40 now, see if there's any songs I don't know. There may be some yet left that I've yet to discover. May 12th, 1981. Because before I would just look up 1981 hits and I would see the standards like Betty Davis Eyes, Being With You by Smokey Robinson, Kiss on My List. But, you know, to have an actual date, I could look on Billboard and see the stuff that didn't quite make it into the top 10. And those are the songs that I end up like really gravitating to because I remember them. But they don't get played nowadays because of course because they weren't huge back then. They can only play so many. You know, so yeah, so I'm gonna go and turn this off right now, and because I gotta take a dump. So yeah, nothing like going into my past to make me want to take a dump. So if you guys have listened to all this, you're amazing because I don't know how. Like this is like really ancient history mostly, and you know it's stuff that like it's not really interesting. It's just baby stuff, and I mean it is interesting to me, but I don't just to you. I don't know. I mean everybody has a story like this, and for the most part, everybody's story is the same. You know, they start eating, they start walking, and that kind of thing. But just seeing that now, seeing that with my mom's handwriting, writing down all these little writing down all these little milestones as I pass them, it's just really weird. So yeah, but okay, that dump is like really raging to come out now. So I will see you later. Goodbye, and I love you.